Hi, this is Helen with the Better Half blog. Today I wanted to share with you my work planner system and how I am kind of working it with the work at home situation that I have in between kids' schedules and just driving around a lot. Now I used to work full-time at the offices, and now I am like working from home. It's been a little bit, and I love it because I get to kind of schedule and own my own time at home and still be able to be that mom for our kids. And so today I wanted to share with you some of the ways that I'm using my planners and what planners I'm using, as well as what goes inside each of these planners to make my work life a little bit easier and very organized and task oriented per projects and goals and so on and so forth. So here I have, let's start with the tools that I use, and these are my favorite tools, go-tos. And so the pen is a Zebra at 0.07. I love this one. It's called Blend, and it's a pen that I just really love, and so I ordered this from Amazon Japan because, again, these pens here in the US are hard to find, and then number two is on the Amazon site it just was very expensive, and so I just went and got it from Amazon Japan. And you know, there's a little bit of shipping, but if you're ordering other things, it just really makes sense. It's like $3.30. And then I have these Zig clean colored dots, and I use 4 different colors to kind of represent each color for different tasks that I have for the projects and different types of work stuff that I do inside the planners. And I love these because they're actually dotted, and so when you dot it, it just goes like that, and so I could just do a check off with these. And then my Tombow, this is my favorite color of all times. It's the 942, and I'm just wondering if they even sell this separately, just because I love it so much. So those are my tools that I use, and so let's put that to the side. Okay, so first of all, let's go through the planner. So I am using the Nolty Listy 2, and the difference between Listy 1 and Listy 2, this is an A5 slim size, is that it goes vertical. I'm sorry, this goes horizontal. So it kind of reminds me of Hobonichi Weeks, which I work very well with, and my eyes see things better this way when it's you know, like tasks and things like that, just because I'm just so used to doing the horizontal layouts. So I've been using this. This is a wonderful planner. It has starts out like this. It has the years in a glance, the 2021, which is this planner, and which I already migrated into just because it starts out in December. And then the 2020, 2022, 23, I don't know what I'm going to be using this to mark off, but we'll find a reason for using that page. Now this page obviously starts in January, and so the way I'm planning on using this is a couple things. I'm not really sure yet, just because it hasn't hit January, and but more so I just like it functional. So I want to start tracking things here as to what projects are due on which day, and so I could kind of see the year at a glance what projects were due, and then go ahead and highlight them as I finish the projects, and so that way I know what was scheduled and what, you know, date it was finished. And so I think that will really help me throughout the year and then into next year to just kind of see at a glance what is going on, what was going on in the year of 2021. And then here I use the monthly, these are monthly calendars, which are amazing, and it starts in December, so I thought that was wonderful. We just had our signage up. We moved into this office in July, middle of July, and our signage just went up, and so I thought that was kind of exciting, so I just kind of wanted to notate that on here. Here the monthly layouts are wonderful, and the way I'm using it is I am kind of keying in all the projects and due dates and so on and so forth, and then per week there's this side grid gridded side, you know, free space where you can use it. And the way I'm using it is per week. I'm going like this. So I look at the week of all the things that are kind of due, and I look and I start putting out the highlights of, you know, what will be a winner if I got things done on this particular week. And so, for example, there's a holiday, things that we ordered for the clients, and this is ETA is this week, and so I wanted to highlight that and see if it came or not. Payroll is this week, and so I wanted to highlight that. These are just important tasks and highlights for the whole week that I will be focused on when I go into the weeklies. So holiday party is on the 23rd in our office, and so I wanted to highlight that and make sure. And so the different colors kind of have a representation. Here I used the pink, obviously, but it should have been this color going forward. Just different things. So like for anything money, financial related, this is the color that I'd be using. This is kind of like the highlighted very important things. And then this is more of the office administrative tasks and then, or projects. And then this is just everything else, tasks and stuff that are going on. So that's how I'm using it, and again, just kind of laying out even next month, because I know what is due and what, you know, what will be worked on next month. I'm just starting to highlight that. Also, I will be putting my employees' birthdays in here, just kind of highlighting. I want to celebrate them. Beginning of every month on a Friday, we celebrate as an office, as a team together. And so that's how I'm kind of using the monthlies right now. So this is kind of like my messy planning. This is the first go-to place when I know there's a project coming up. This is the first place where I would just find that date and I would just jot it down. So I know that we have a quarterly budget meeting on the 15th of every following month, and so just like a tax, right? Just like the tax filings. So we just kind of, I just kind of highlight those days, and then in the weekly section, this is kind of how I'm using it. Again, I migrated already into here, and so the way, again, this is a very messy planning stage, and so this is where I jot down kind of like the actionable items as per the due date that I have lined up here. So I go here first. I do all my planning throughout the months here. Then once it comes to that week, I go in and make sure, or whenever I have the time, to just highlight those quick wins that I could. So if I had like 20 things to do for work on this week, what would make me a winner? Those highlights, maybe 5 or 6 things at the max to put on here, and those things get keyed in throughout the week first. And once that goes in, then every other actionable items go in here. And then I'll show you how this kind of migrates into the Hobonichi cousin, Avec, in a second. So here I just have some things that I ordered and some ideas of future stuff that we want to order for the business and clients. And then this is kind of like the new packaging design that I'm working on right now. And so any kind of quick ideas and things that I want to just do, it would go in here. Now, here's a trick to this. I found out that because in the beginning of my paper planning, like actual paper planning journey, in October of this year, I ordered some traveler's notebook stuff. And so I actually have the traveler's notebook cover, the leather cover, which I'm not using currently just because I want to really use that for actual travels, to do some kind of memory keeping and whatnot. So I had it just sitting down, and so this traveler's notebook insert is from those orders. And so what I decided on was I tried to see if it fits in here, and as you can see, it fits in perfectly. It's just a tad bit smaller, which is exactly how I would love it. So I slipped it in here like that, and it just becomes my actual additional notebook, if you will. And so this particular insert is from Amazon. I ordered it. It has supposedly Tomoe River paper, which I feel like it's not. It's more of this Nolty paper that I feel, and so I feel like I was a little bit tricked, but I'm still okay with it because it's still thinner, absolutely thinner than the actual Traveler's Notebook inserts that I bought as well. So in here, I'm just going through some goals. Any kind of list that I want to create goes into here. So this is like our holiday party. We had a meeting about it with my admin staff, and this is what we decided on. And so I just kind of jot that down here. So that will continue in here. So this is my additional note pages, because obviously this is not going to do it for me. I am just absolutely going to keep needing more, because I was like using these pages even before this week. So I'm just needing more of that here. So that's how I'm using the Nolty, and I will continue to kind of play with this like this, and it has been working phenomenally for me. So this is this week, and I'm just highlighting some of the big wins from the calendar view that you saw here, and rest of the stuff are just kind of actionable items. And these are actually all actionable items, but these are the ones that are just absolutely important to get done this week if I cannot get to anything else. Right, and so this is some ideas that I jot down, and so that's how I'm using that. Now, Nolties do come with some extra pages in the back, like this, and so it's a good chunk of pages. But the thing with this is that I tend to not go to all the way to the back of the planner to look at ideas and brain dump. So that's why I kind of stuck this in the front, because it just makes sense for me and how I deal with things better. So that's how I have that. Now here, I'm just going to be using it as kind of like additional ideas and things that I want to create, just quick meeting notes from Zoom or actual meetings at the office. It's just going in here for now, just because my Hobonichi cousin effect doesn't start until January. So that's how I'm using my Nolty. So let's put that to the side. Now I am loving this cover that I bought from Etsy, and she personalized it for me, Han. That's my family last name, our family last name, my husband's actually. And in here, I don't have much going on just because this is my work planner. So the way I'm using this right now is like this. So the planners first. So I'm using here the Hobonichi Day Free on the left side. And then I have ordered myself the cousin Avec on the right side. And so this is the first 6 months of the year. And so they're pretty much the same, about the same size as far as this goes. So I thought it was kind of cool to see that. So the way I'm using these go like this. So here it goes, a year at a glance, you know, with all the 3 years. Here I have, I'm using this as kind of like my table of contents for what contents I have in the day free pages. And so I have that going on, and I will continue to use it that way. And it really helps me to see it real quick if I have those kind of ideas that I want to go back on. And just before I start this planner, I just want you to understand that this one is, I wear multiple hats in our company. And so with this, I'm using it as my social media, anything. So anything YouTube, anything marketing, any kind of emails, newsletters, blogs, videos, social medias, on, you know, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of that goes in here. So the way I'm using the monthly pages, first of all, I have this thing that I printed out. I wish I can tell you where I got it from. Oh, here, anthembranding.com. So here they have these quarterly spreads where they have fun holidays and kind of like highlighting, you know, and I really like to celebrate those with our clients and our viewers for our businesses. And so I just have this printed out like this, and I went throughout the year as much as I can, and I just went and wrote down all those fun holidays as well as the national holidays to make sure that I kind of celebrate them if I need to on that day. So it might be an extra post, and it's okay. but I have that ready. So the way I'm using this then after that is I have my social media is kind of like laid out here, and I will go through how I plan out my social media in a different video, but for this video I just want you to see kind of how I lay out. So the different colors represent different socials or profiles that I manage, and so I'm just kind of planning that out. I just wanted to have a little fun, and so I went washi crazy here. And so these are kind of important tasks and things. So I'll go over this in detail in a different video, but that's how I'm using these monthly calendars as my social media plan. And then we go to the dailies. And again, with these Hobonichi Day Frees, they don't have the dates on here, which that's exactly what I wanted for this planner, for this marketing planner, because there's a lot of times where I go out throughout the day or throughout the week and just whatever comes to mind, I jot it down. Or if I see some kind of a social channel that I love and I was inspired or motivated by, I would jot things down right away into this planner. And so let's go into and kind of do a quick flip through. So it goes all the way to March, by the way. Probably not going to be using it like that, but so some goals I laid out, and then just some ideas for social media. Trying to do different things to kind of lay out my social media at the time, and it kind of became a fail, and so it didn't work out. This is kind of like what our newsletters go out. It's a kind of a outline of how it goes out. These are some meeting notes that we had at the office, just on different tutorials that we're going to be filming and posting onto our YouTube channel for our businesses. And then here on Saturday, you saw a video. I kind of did my layout outline here of what I was going to talk about, so that I'm kind of structured and I'm not going off tangent and just like wasting everyone's time. And also today, my outline for this video is here, and so I'm kind of going through the line. We're right here right now with the marketing planner, and so that is how I'm using it. Now with the keys, so with the table of contents, this is what I decided to do. So I went 1/16, kind of simply put, I just wanted to see like how many months this day free goes to as I write these numbers. So 1 represents January, but I'm not actually using it in January, but I wanted to see how long or how many months this goes to, and it goes up to June 20th. And so if you were to use this on a daily basis, it goes up to June 20th, which I thought was kind of cool. So so I am using it like that. So whatever I put here, 111, I would go into my table of contents if I needed to, and 111 should have, yes, 5 planning tip for December 12th was the post, and then I wrote down kind of like a timestamp, posted on YouTube 12/12. So this one, once I post this video, it's also going to have that post, and so then I'll know like, okay, so what did I do? You know, what were some of the things that I did throughout the year, and at a glance I could kind of take a look and see what kind of ideas were formulated in here, and what did I get done as far as marketing goes. And so that's how I'm using this. And so anything marketing related, meeting notes, ideas, brain dump, brainstorm goes into here. So I love this notebook for that reason. Now on my right side, I use my Hobonichi Techo 2021 Cousin, which goes from January to June. Obviously, it's the beginning months. And then how I'm using this, let's take a look. So here I haven't really decided what I was going to do. Again, it's the 3 years at a glance. Then you have the legend. Again, I'm going to use this as my table of contents of what I jot down in my daily pages. And again, in the regular Hobonichi Cousin Avec version, they do just like a real cousin for the whole year. It has the actual monthly, the weekly, and then the daily. And so I will be using it as the table of contents for what I discuss or write down in here. So this is my work project task planner. So going back to my Nolty and how I discuss how I'm using this, this is my messy planner and kind of my practice run of all the different things that I'm doing. So all my ideas or projects or due dates, meeting notes, firsthand goes into here. Then once I got those things lined up, I will be using this planner as my clean planner. So when I'm actually working from January on, because this doesn't start until January, the weekly view. So what I will be doing is I will use this as my clean task, actionable planner, if you will. And so I will have this open when I'm working and it's my working hours. I will be having this open and I will just go through this. So whatever was discussed in here will kind of get delivered into here in a clean look so that my eyes can see it better, because as you can see, everything's kind of mushed up here, but I have no options right now just because this planner doesn't start until January once again. So I will be using it as kind of my clean layout to see my actionable items throughout my week here. Then once it goes into the daily section, I will, whatever I have planned here, so it'll probably go like this. It'll say, you know, my project here, and then maybe second project here, social media here. So then it'll guide me to go into here for kind of like an expansion of the day. So how I will be using my hours, or possibly a checklist of different actionable tasks that I will have to get done throughout this week or this day particularly. And so I will be using this on a daily basis to just jot down the day before or on the morning of to kind of expand the tasks that I need to get done for work. That will be easier for me to see. So possibly at that point, I will open up this page and start looking at this to work throughout the day. So that's how I'm using it. Now, these Avecs do come with some extra grid pages on the back. Not much, and like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they come with different timetables. Now these, I haven't started using these again or yet, so I'm going to be watching some other videos that you guys have up to see how you guys are using that. But I'm more into kind of getting my work and tasks done in my crazy schedule throughout the day, and so it's not easy for me to look at any other pages that are outside of my box at this point. So that's how I'm using my work planner, and this is kind of the system that I've created and that's working for me currently today. I hope that my plan and the system works as I start off in January, but so far we're doing amazing with this type of method and system. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. I'll try to link down below where I got everything and what these are that I mentioned here today. And oh, by the way, these tabs are so darling. These tabs are from Coffee Monster Co. And I just love these tabs. I wish I bought more, but I just bought one set just as kind of a fun little order. But, and now she's on vacation, or she's closed temporarily for a minute. So other than that, that's what I have for you today. I'll see you on Saturday with some more Saturday chat. Thanks for joining. Bye.